I'm Libby and I was diagnosed with breast cancer some years ago. After my diagnosis, I joined a group that provides peer support to women with breast cancer. One of the really important things for patients who are newly diagnosed with a disease is to have good information so that they really understand their situation and what lies ahead. So BCAC focuses on providing good evidence-based information for patients, and we do it from the perspective of people who've experienced that diagnosis. We provide the step-by-step support pack, which has lots of information about breast cancer and what you're likely to experience on your journey. We have a website that we keep up to date with news items and information that's relevant to New Zealanders with breast cancer. We have a Facebook page where there's much more interaction and people can share their breast cancer stories. An important aspect of our role is to provide a voice for New Zealand women with breast cancer in the health system. So it's very important that we engage with the DHBs, with the medical professionals and with the Ministry of Health so that the voice of patients is heard. And that's important in breast cancer and every other disease. It's important that those people who make decisions and policies that affect our health are well informed about what's happening at the coalface. So we provide that direct patient voice and ensure that there's a good understanding of what the needs of patients are. BCAC's member groups provide a really wide range of support and information for people with breast cancer in New Zealand. There are many different groups in the different regions, and they range from dragon boating to support for women with advanced breast cancer, practical and emotional support, to counselling, to information and support for particular conditions such as lymphedema, which is swelling after surgery. Some groups are formed to provide additional support for those who need to do fundraising, perhaps to access a medicine that's not funded. Some of our larger member groups raise funds and spend that on research that's relevant to breast cancer, looking for a cure for breast cancer. A really important aspect of support from patient groups is that peer support, to actually talk to someone who's been through the diagnosis, who's experienced very similar things to you. No two journeys are exactly the same, but there are many things that we share, and it really helps to see someone else and to communicate and bounce your ideas and your problems and challenges off someone who has been there and done that. So that's important, I think. And good evidence-based information is also really important for patients because you'll have choices in terms of choosing which treatment is best for you. Another important aspect of our work is to advocate on behalf of patients. So it may be that there's a treatment that's not available, that's really needed, and there's good evidence for it that it will help patients. Well, we can play a role in, first of all, understanding what it is and how it could help patients, and then passing that information, if you like, to the powers that be, to the Ministry of Health and the DHBs and the drug funders and those people who make decisions and policies in this country. Once a year we visit the Minister of Health and other politicians and policy makers in Wellington, and we raise with them the important issues that are going down for breast cancer patients in New Zealand. When you're diagnosed with a significant disease, it's really important to understand what's happening with your body and what that disease means for you and what challenges you're going to face. It's also important to have good information so that you can make the right choices about your treatment and care. So check with your medical team, have a good old discussion with them until you really understand what's going on. Get information from patient groups who've experienced the same disease, and you'll make the right decision for yourself. It's your body, it's your life. For breast cancer patients, visit the Breast Cancer Aotearoa Coalition website, which is www.breastcancer.org.nz, and there you'll be able to read lots of information about different aspects of breast cancer and order the step-by-step support pack. For other patients, have a look at healthpoint.co.nz. That lists lots of patient support groups and good information, and so does everybody.co.nz. So those are 3 quick suggestions for patients needing more information.